breakfast fresh on the stove. She walked out with the floral blouse. Back then, everyone was near.
Hello, so today I am in the Lake District. This is the first time I've been to the Lake District since I've started vlogging. So, driving around, just being overpowered by shots everywhere, potential shots everywhere. It's a good thing, but it's also, you've got to be quite selective about what you're shooting, I suppose. Let me get through this gate with you. There we go. Yeah, so you've got to be quite selective. It's difficult because there's so much stuff and it's been snowing as well. And that's kind of what drew me to the lakes today, because the snow has been here. It's not really hung around. The snow is now turning to rain. But even though we've been driving around and we found loads of waterfalls, the rain's just been terrible. And you can't really shoot in this rain. Everything's just gonna get soaked, I'm soaked, everything's just wet. But we've just come across a car park and it's not really a waterfall, but it's like I suppose it is a waterfall, but it's like a cascade from the mountains and there's still a bit of snow around it. So that's got potential. But I've come down to the shore of the lake, I think it's Thirlmere, and I found this rock in the water. You can see it here, with snow-capped mountains in the background and the sort of bay of the sort of curve of the bay leading you into that. So I'm wondering whether a slightly long exposure to calm down this water, focus on this rock and have the mountains and the snow in the background. There's a little bit of mist just touching the top of the mountains as well, which is lovely. But let's just see what we can get. Just thought I'd come and show you. I left all my gear down there, but I thought I'd come and show you where I'm going to go and shoot next. The waterfall cascades down here. Now it's public footpath all the way up. But if you can get around here, I don't know if you'll be able to see. You can see that up there? It's coming off the hillside, and there's still some snow there as well. So I'm going to head back to the car, grab my bag, and try and get up there before all this rain gets rid of that snow. I've only been here for a couple of hours in the lakes itself. It was an early start this morning, but there was loads of snow when we first got here. But this rain's just a bit relentless and it's just getting rid of it all, which is good for the waterfalls because it's turning the snow into water and there's the water of the rain, so there's a really good flow on it. So let's grab the gear, head back up there and just pray that there's a gap in this rain so we can really take advantage of where we are today. Beautiful surroundings, beautiful. As you can see up there, that's the waterfall that I've been shooting. It's beautiful. From the roadside you can't really see this bit up here, but it's amazing, really nice. I've been looking quite intimately within that waterfall because getting the whole thing, I don't think the amount of snow, because the snow is pretty much, it's just patchy now. I don't think that kind of shows it off that well, shows off the season that well. 3 or 4 days ago, I'm pretty sure it would have been amazing. I've been focusing on the rocks, I've been focusing on little patches of snow with the water rushing around it. Perfect find this, lovely find. Car park right at the bottom, right next to the shore. And as you can see behind me, the mist has dropped, so those snow-capped mountains are becoming more and more visible. So I'll show you these pictures of the waterfall now, and then I'm going to go back down to the shoreline and try and get a better shot than previously. I decided not to include that photo of the rock from earlier. The sky's breaking up a little bit now. We're getting some good weather, the rain's disappeared. And that mountain in the background, over there. It's just getting some lovely light, just touching it, just bringing it to life that little bit more, standing it out from the landscape. We've had some light just tingling the tops of these as well, but I'm not convinced by any of those shots really. But that down there is lovely, so I'm going to put that shot up in a minute. I think I'm going to leave this one here for today. I've got that waterfall up there, and I've got a lovely shot down there of the lake, or the end of the lake, the mountains at the end of the lake. There's definitely somewhere to come back to, and I probably will try and come back here. I'm going to try and come back to the lakes a lot more this year, because it's not on my doorstep, but it's close enough. It's like down the street, I would say. So I'll put any more pictures up at the end. Thank you as always for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment if you can and are able to. But please come back next week, and until then, I'll see you soon.
Again, we'll be home again. Oh, darling, we'll be home again. Oh, darling, we'll be home again. Oh, darling, we'll be home again.